Ach du guter... No!
Das war der Typ, dem ich gefolgt war.
Wieso macht der das? Wieso macht der das? Das ist nicht die richtige Seite.
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows. Wings of Liberty, here we go. So yeah, it seems we're back on the Wings of Liberty server and we got greeted in style. Now, Wings of Liberty is quite notorious when it comes to, let's say, accidents happening on runways. What happened there is that we had just come into the server that had literally just restarted its mission, and we didn't really expect anybody to do something out of the ordinary, let's say, although on the Wings of Liberty server it is very ordinary to see such things happening. So usually what you do when you go onto the runway, you look right, you look left, and you check if there's any kind of incoming or outgoing traffic. You might also want to check for any cross-country traffic, because that happens as well. But since the mission had just started, we didn't expect anybody to really do something quite that courageous. Now, however, what you just saw was an extract of a mission that didn't really result in me getting a lot of great footage, so I've sliced together another sortie here for you guys. Played quite early during the day. Not a lot of people were on at that time, and was knocking myself on the head a little bit as I was flying around, because I noticed me being in a complete fighter configuration at that point with so little players out there on the server, on both the German and the Russian side, especially the Russian side. It really doesn't make any sense to be in a pure fighter setup. You might want to just load up bombs and go for a fighter bombing mission, and essentially that's what I then, just went out and strafed an airfield, because I did want to do something at some point. However, that being said, and it seems all those aircraft were destroyed at that point, but I do see some Russians there walking. Hello! Do you know our Lord and Savior Mine Shells? Well, now they know. But at this point we start to run into our first candidate of the day, and as you can see there, I'm just quickly checking my map, see what's going on. We've been strafing this airfield for some time with our friends, so there's bound to be somebody coming to check it out, and I do spot an aircraft here, but I will admit that I only just now identified him as a Russian aircraft. Now, you do want to get your aircraft identification down very, very quickly when you're flying on the multiplayer server. You have to watch for key areas of the plane. How long is the fuselage? Is it thin? Is it thick? Wings are a very easy way of identifying planes as well. The engine, of course, the engine hub, and all those things. You factor all those things together, and you immediately know what plane it is. However, with this yak here, my identification was quite late. In fact, had he identified me, had he seen me, he might have even had a couple of shots at me in that more or less head-on situation that we had. And I will admit that was not the last failure of the sortie, because as you will see with this little matchup right here, I'm actually taking a long time to shoot this guy down. I didn't really hit him that often with my cannons. I always scored hits in pretty much every gun pass, but usually it was just my AMGs, and well, you can take planes down with your AMGs, but it's gonna take a long time. Or you get lucky and, headshot the guy, or just destroy his engine with a couple of lucky bullets. It does happen after all, but as you'll see here, this yak, well, I wouldn't really say that he ever had a possibility to retaliate, but I do seem to be playing with my food here. Now, that burst was a pretty nice one there. He seems to have momentarily lost control, but then he does regain it. But if I say I was playing with my food, of course, that is a pure excuse, because I do take a long time to take this guy out. I wasn't really flying all that aggressive. Maybe I could have been a little bit more aggressive here, but that MG burst wasn't very well aimed, I do admit that. But it does seem to have hit his right fuel tank there. Now, I'm not gonna be able to make this turn here with him, so I abort, start climbing a little bit more, and see what he does, really. Now, in case you're wondering, I am flying, of course, a B-109, that is quite clear, but I'm flying the F2, which stock comes with a 15mm cannon. It's the MG151. Of course, the Germans then later upgraded their Friedrichs with the MG 151-20. I've seen some people write the MG 151, so that's the 15mm version, as the MG 151-15. That is actually incorrect. The 15 in 151 already stands for the caliber of the gun. The 1 essentially just means that it's the first version, the first variant of that weapon. The -20, of course, was later added because while the overall gun wasn't really changed, you know, the whole caliber thing, of course, was, well, that was changed, so let's just say it like this. But it didn't really warrant a change into the MG21, maybe, 201, maybe we could have done that, but it doesn't sound as good as an MG 151-20, does it? Now a little bit of a burst there. This one actually finished him off. I actually thought that I didn't hit him at this point, and it seemed like I destroyed his elevator control there, and even maybe one of the ailerons, because he was not able to recover from that dive. So luckily, after occupying you with senseless talk, you hopefully didn't realize how long it took me to shoot that guy down, but we finally got our kill. Well done to the enemy pilot, by the way. He managed to stay alive there, even though I apparently caught him by surprise. He certainly didn't make it easy for me, but at the same time, I could have done way better. Certainly got to look at the own mistakes. Now, what then happens here in this sortie while I'm still flying the BF-109 F2? This is the same sortie here. BF-110 has run into trouble with a Yak. Well, never mind. Run into trouble means he's already down. There you go. BF-110 was shot down. I simply couldn't get there in time to help him. However, we will exact revenge here. At least we'll try to do it. My previous performance has to be, improved upon first, and I kind of want to have a nice, clean, quick and efficient kill to at least balance it out. So we're coming in here, taking lead. The enemy pilot does not seem to notice us. Guns out. And there we go. Nice and clean kill on that Yak. Now I did talk about the MG151. That weapon is not very well known for its damage capability. The weapon itself was fine. The problem was you only had a single one of them. But you can get kills with that weapon. You just gotta hit the same area, for example the wing area, with a strong consecutive burst, and you'll shoot the bugger down. In fact, let me just demonstrate. No, this is really puzzling now. Okay, it's not like
I see 3 contact there. Maybe...
I see it.
Your right side 2 o'clock lower. There's a Russian following the guy.
Yeah.
Russian right in front of you.
I see him.
Nose down. Yeah, okay.
It's in LA.
Yeah. Nice.
Big hits.
Oh, wing gone. Nice kill.
He's down. Alright, but returning to the session we had earlier, I then decided to land and restock, and I felt, you know what, I want to do some fighter bombing. Sadly, the mission didn't allow me to load up my BF-109 with bombs, so I decided to go for BF-110. The first thing I do, however, as I'm going towards the target zone, I'm trying to do some anti-shipping here, is I notice a Yak here, and my over-eager gunner there, Fegelein as I call him, tries to open fire. Luckily he didn't. I could have given away our position. Anyway, I place myself right under him so he can't see me. I'm roughly a kilometer under him here. And I tell my team where he is. I'm trying to find a good moment to disengage so this Yak doesn't see me. I really don't want to be spotted at this point with my bomb still on. I want this to be a successful mission, so playing it stealthy here, playing it sneaky. Just waiting for a moment where I think that I can disengage without him spotting me. Some cloud cover would be nice now. But eventually I do take the decision to go. I see some clouds over there, gonna dive into them and hopefully get away without him spotting me. And we do. We reach the clouds and I see the ships just there. 2 cargo ships seemingly escorted by 2 little trawlers, probably armed trawlers, some kind of patrol ship armed to the teeth, of course. Wouldn't have it any other way with the Russians, no? No, I don't think so. I'm packing 2 250 kilogram bombs here and 4 50 kilogram bombs. Gonna be dropping the 250s one by one. Hopefully being able to take out both cargo ships with 1 bomb each. Let's see what we can do. You can see some flak guns on that deck opening fire, suppressing those buggers. And a nice little hit with my bomb. 5-second delay. And the ship does go down, as you see there. It's already sinking now. Second attack here. Flak seemingly calm. They don't really know what hit them yet. Once again, we're gonna be do a little bit of suppression here. Coming in once again. Bombs out. Not a perfect hit, but it still skips right next to him. Doesn't sink him though. Doesn't sink him. Wasn't a square midships. So we'll try that again. We've gotta aim a little bit higher there. And we've got our 4 50 kilogram bombs. Bombs out slightly early. But they do the damage. And check the replay. The ship does go down. So a successful anti-shipping machine there. You can see the patrol boat opening fire. But you remember that yak that we saw earlier? Yeah, he spotted me as I was running. And as you can see, he launched a nice little surprise attack there on me. Fegelein, of course, didn't see him coming, the bugger. Neither did I for that. But I've got, you know, bars in the way. And my whole plane obscuring my view. I then take the decision to essentially hit the deck to stop the enemy using the dead zone, my gunner's dead zone, against me. As you can see there, as we are getting closer to the ground, the area to maneuver for the enemy plane gets diminished rapidly, and Fegelein finally is able to get his first shots out. Luckily, the yak was in fact low on cannon ammo. You can see he's just firing his 12.7s there, and we make a clean getaway. However, while we make a clean getaway, it's not all that clean. My first engine fails about 5 minutes out from the runway, and I have to nurse it back on a single engine. Hopefully we can make this landing still a successful one here. And that's actually catastrophic news right there. That's a disaster. We're out of fuel. We're literally like a kilometer out from our runway, and we're out of fuel. Oh no, the engine stopped. Oh no. Oh no. Apparently that means, while I'm still in flying condition, I just can't propel myself to new heights, that the kill is given to the enemy player. Well, fair enough. Doesn't really matter. I'm still gonna try to get this bird down. And there we go. We're able to land. Now let's just try to stop before we run into a ditch. There seems to be a little bit of a ditch over there. It's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Okay. You can see the runway there. You can see the parked aircraft. Oh, and a radio station. You know what? I'll call headquarters and tell them of my successful mission and apply for an Iron Cross. Let's just do that. Let's park it right here. I've got people to call. I hope you guys enjoyed. And actually, let's have a little bit debriefing there. 10 AAs destroyed and not the ships. That's a little bit strange. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. And if you like to have more videos from a Hun coming out of the sun, give me an Iron Cross by hitting that like button, or you know, don't give me one. That's fair enough as well. This like button is right there as well if you want to have it. And as always, I hope you had a great day, good hunting, and see you in the sky.